As promised, here is part 2, and here are 30 more thriller books on my TBR that I cannot wait to read. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Carly, and today I'm going to be telling you about 30 more thriller books on my TBR that I absolutely cannot wait to read. So this is a part 2 video. I've already done part 1, and I think there were 21 books in that video. So yeah, we've got 30 more. That's over 50 thriller books. I don't think it's any secret that my TBR is completely out of control. So yeah, I need to get cracking on these because there's so many that I am so excited about. Let's get into the books. First up, we have got The Last Passenger by Will Dean. Now, this book has actually got a 3.9 star rating on Amazon, and I'm going to try my best not to let that put me off. I read Run on Red before by Noelle Eiley. That had a 3.9 star rating, and I was put off by that for ages, and I really enjoyed that book. And also, I read one of Will Dean's other books, The Last Thing to Burn, and I absolutely loved that book. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a good one. So the blurb says something like, last night there were over 1,000 passengers on the cruise liner that you're staying on. And the next morning you wake up and you're the only one on the ship. Like, there's no passengers, no crew, no staff, no nothing. Like, it's giving zombie apocalypse vibes, to be honest. Like, can you even imagine being on a cruise ship and then waking up the next morning and you're literally the only one left? This does sound so good. So I'm going to go into it open-minded and hope that I disagree with a 3.9 star rating. Also, I forgot to mention in my little intro, a lot of these are on Kindle Unlimited as well. So yeah, they're like practically free. That one wasn't though. The next one is though, and it is The Caged Girl by Monica Aria. So this is book 2. It's a sequel to book 1, which was The Favourite Girl. I can't remember when I read that, a couple of months ago, I think. And I really enjoyed it. It's very dark, very unhinged. And yeah, I would definitely check trigger warnings before you read either of these books, because apparently this book is darker than the first, and I thought the first one was quite dark. So I will try and briefly explain what it's about without spoiling the first one, because the first one ended on a massive cliffhanger. But basically it's about the main character, Demi, who is determined to bring down the Ivory family once and for all. Again, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil if you haven't read the first book, because I went into that book blind, and I think that's the best way to do it. Next up, we have got The Mirror House Girls by Faith Gardner. This one is on Kindle Unlimited as well, and this one has incredible reviews from a lot of my book friends, so I have really high expectations for this one. It follows the story of a girl called Winona who rents a room at the Mirror House, hoping to make some friends. But if she wants to stay in this house, then she must follow certain protocols that are really strange and start ringing alarm bells for her. The little tagline on the back says something like, will she get out alive, or will the utopian dream turn into an absolute nightmare? And apart from that, I haven't really heard much more about it, apart from it's supposed to be about cults. So yeah, sold. Next up, we've got The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead. This is another one that's on Kindle Unlimited, and it's another one that's about cults. It is about a girl called Shay who, during her university years, was seduced by a man and ended up in his cult. Her and her friend were the only two to escape this cult. Fast forward 8 years, Shay thinks she's moved on, put the past behind her, but this friend that escaped the cult with her has turned up dead, and Shay knows that the only way to get answers is to go back to the place that she escaped all those years ago. It sounds so good, and again, a couple of my book friends whose opinions I really trust absolutely love this book, so yeah, really excited for this one. Next up, we have got The Lucky Ones by Mark Edwards. This is another one that's on Kindle Unlimited. Also, does anybody else find Kindle Unlimited really hard to say? Because the more I say it, the more I struggle to say it. It's like a tongue twister, Kindle Unlimited. So this has got a 4.4 star rating on Amazon, and it's a serial killer thriller. I haven't actually read any of Mark Edwards' other books either. I've got quite a few of his on my TBR, but I've not actually read any of them. This one is supposed to be about a killer whose victims all die with like smiles on their faces in a state of bliss. I mean, it's kind of a contradiction, really. And it follows Ben, who is over the moon that the bullies who were bullying his son Ollie have disappeared and they're leaving Ollie alone. But someone is watching Ben and Ollie from the sidelines. So I doubt they're likely to be happy for very long. It does sound really good. And I have literally had this on my Kindle since last year sometime. I've had it on, may even be a year I've had it on my Kindle. And I think it's just so far down my Kindle. I keep forgetting about it. But the good thing about this video for me, obviously I'm recommending these books like for you as well. But the good thing for me is that whilst I was like looking back into them, it has made me really want to read them again. So hopefully I can bump some of these right up to the top of my TBR. Bring them out to the TBR graveyard, so to speak. Next up, we have got The Push by Ashley Audrain. So this one sounds a little bit different. It's supposed to be about mother and daughter and toxic mother-daughter relationships. I think the tagline says something like, what if your little angel is actually a monster, but nobody else sees it apart from you? Something like that. That's probably completely wrong, but it's along those lines. It's supposed to be full of suspense and full of trigger warnings. So yeah, I don't know why I haven't picked this one up sooner, to be honest. Next up, we have got The Beautiful Dead by Belinda Bauer. This is another author. I've not read any Belinda Bauer books. This is another serial killer thriller, which is my absolute favourite thriller to read. So this is about a serial killer that starts using a news reporter to get the publicity that he desperately craves. But this news reporter also craves publicity. And it's all about how far she's willing to go to get the publicity that she wants and kind of the name for herself without obviously putting herself in the path of a serial killer. It's supposed to be full of twists. It's supposed to be violent. It's supposed to be dark. It's a bloody yes from me. And apparently Belinda Bauer's writing is supposed to be really, really good. So yes, can't bloody wait. Next up, we have got Every Smile You Fake by Dorothy Comson. At the time of me recording this video, this book in paperback was actually £3 on Amazon. Like, what an absolute bargain. I've actually read a few of Dorothy Comson's books years and years ago. I read The Ice Cream Girls and something about Rose Petal Beach. I can't actually remember. I'll post an overlay of the cover so that you can see. And I can remember absolutely loving both books, particularly The Ice Cream Girls, which I'm sure was made into either a TV series or like a film. Something like that. I can remember watching it and enjoying that as well. Anyway, I'm waffling. It follows the story of Kez, who is shocked to find a baby has been left in the backseat of her car with an anonymous note. But Kez thinks she knows who the note is from and who the baby belongs to. And she is torn between just looking after the baby like she's been asked to do, or putting herself in danger to try and help rescue the mother. This is another one I have had on my TBR for bloody ages, since it came out last year. I'm sure it was last year. So yeah, really excited about this one as well. Next up, we have got The Hike by Lucy Clark. This is another one that's on Kindle Unlimited. This is the same author that wrote The Surf House, which is on my summer TBR video. And it follows the story of 4 friends who go on a hike, obviously, up into the Norwegian wilderness. But somebody went missing in the same place that they're hiking a year ago. And whoever was responsible will stop at nothing to keep their secrets buried. This is a psychological adventure thriller. It is supposed to be super twisty. And again, a couple of my book friends have read it and really enjoyed it. So yeah, looking forward to that one as well. Next up, we have got Wonderland by Jennifer Hillier. This is another one that's on Kindle Unlimited. This one is supposed to be about gruesome secrets hidden in a small town amusement park. I mean, the setting alone already has me sold. I love anything with a fairground circus. I know a circus isn't a fairground, but kind of the same sort of vibes. I love anything with that sort of setting. Also, can we just please take a moment to talk about these covers, because I really love the original cover that literally was on my Kindle for ages, and now all of a sudden it's changed again, and I really don't like the new cover. I don't know why publishers just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, just leave things alone. So if I do like it, I'm hoping that I can get a copy of the cover that I actually like. So by day, Wonderland is the most magical place, but by nightfall, this eerie feeling descends. Is it the creepy wax replicas, the porcelain dolls, the House of Horrors, or is it the fact that there's a dead body left out for all to see? The setting of this just sounds like so much fun. It's supposed to be another twisty book. So yeah, I'm hoping it's a good one. Next up, we have got Bring Me Back by B.A. Paris. This is another one that's on Kindle Unlimited. And this one is about 300 pages. So it's a fairly short read. I've actually only read one other book by B.A. Paris and I really enjoyed it. I read Behind Closed Doors. I read that last year. And yeah, I don't know why I've not read more from this author because I did really enjoy this book. So this follows the story of Finn and Layla. They're driving back from a holiday and they stop at a service station. Finn goes in to do whatever he needs to do, leaving Layla alone in the car. And when he comes back, Layla's disappeared off the face of the earth and is never seen again. That's what he tells the police. But is there more to the story than meets the eye? I've literally had it on my shelf. It's behind here somewhere. There. For over a year, and yeah, I just need to read it. It does sound really, really good. Oh my god, look at that flop as well. Bloody love it. Next up, we have got The Missing Half by Ashley Flowers. This is another fairly short read. I think this one is about 270 pages. So Ashley Flowers actually has her own true crime podcast called Crime Junkie. So my interest is already piqued at the fact that she has that. So this is about two women who will stop at nothing to find out what happened to their sisters. I don't feel like I'm explaining it very well. It's quite confusing. So the two women aren't related, but both of their sisters went missing and they come together to try and work out what happened to each sister. Does that make sense? This one is supposed to be emotional, gripping, with lots of twists, full of surprises. And the fact that it is such a short read as well, I have literally got no excuse. I'm going to maybe try and read that one this month, you know. Next up, we have got Razor Blade Tears by S.A. Cosby. I actually had All the Sinners Bleed on my last thriller book TBR video, which is another S.A. Cosby book, and I still haven't read that yet. But yeah, this one sounds really good. It is about two ex-cons that must work together to find out what happened to their two sons that have been murdered. And these sons are both married to each other. That actually sounds like incest. I don't mean it like that. This, why am I so bad at explaining books? The sons aren't related. Only husband and husband. Fathers are obviously separate and they must work together to solve what happened to their sons. Oh my God, what is even wrong with me? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say because my brain is not braining. The blurb alone to this book had me absolutely gripped. I mean, maybe I should have read that out to you instead of trying to absolutely butcher it. But it's supposed to be like a revenge thriller and it's supposed to be about these two men and two fathers having to confront their own prejudices against their own sons in order to find out what happened to them. Bloody hell, that was hard work, wasn't it? Next up, we've got Mind Games by Nora Roberts. Now, I keep seeing Nora Roberts books being recommended all the time. It's like the best book. This is the best book I've ever read. Like the reviews on Amazon as well are fantastic. I have not read any Nora Roberts books. And the reason I keep getting put off by them is because they are quite long. So this book is 512 pages. But it sounds so good. So if anybody has read any Nora Roberts books, please can you let me know? Let me know if you think I should read them, if you think I would enjoy them, and if you think I should give this one a go or another one of hers, and let me know. But yeah, I'll tell you what this one is about now. So this is about a girl called Thea who is 12 years old when her parents are murdered, and she uses her... I think she can read minds, and she uses that to help the police put the man away that was responsible for killing her parents. The man she put away is a psychotic serial killer called Ray Riggs. But this connection that Thea used to help put this man away behind bars starts coming back to haunt her because Ray, this serial killer, can feel the connection as well, and he's not willing to let Thea move on with her life so easily. So yeah, it just sounds really different. Like there's obviously kind of like, would you call it a magical realism element? I don't really know. But it does sound completely different to anything I've ever read before. And yeah, I'm very tempted to give it a go. Next up, we have got The Perfect Divorce by Geneva Rose. So this one is 288 pages, so it's a fairly short read, and it is the sequel to The Perfect Marriage, which, oh my God, I read that book years ago. I actually read that before it became like book talk popular, I mean, I wasn't even on Book Talk. I read it literally years ago while I was on holiday. And I know it's kind of like a Marmite book and people slate it, but I absolutely loved it. And I loved the twist at the end as well. So I won't spoil anything about what the first book was about, just in case you haven't read it. But apparently the old case that was in the first book is reopened due to new DNA evidence. And one of the main characters in this, Sarah, she finds out that her husband Bob has had a one-night stand and done the dirty on her. And the woman he slept with has gone missing. So it's not looking good for either of them. I think the tagline said something like, can Sarah and Bob achieve the perfect divorce? Or will it be till death do us part? So yeah, if this is anything like the first one, then I'm in for a good time. Next up, we have got The Frozen People by Ellie Griffiths. This one actually has a 4.4 star rating. Do you know what? I had this book on pre-order. I had the paperback on pre-order, and I'm sure it was due to be delivered this month, and it's been pushed back. I don't even know when it's due. It may even be like next year. It's something absolutely ridiculous. So I think when I read this, I'm just going to read it on my Kindle because I just cannot cope with reading hardback books. Right. So from what I gather, I think this is kind of like a time slip, cold case kind of book. So basically, I think maybe they are like detectives, like police, and they time travel back to try and solve like super cold cases, i.e. like frozen cases, and they go back to the Victorian era to solve some of these cases. The Victorian era is literally one of my favourite eras ever. I absolutely love it. I love the dark gothic vibes. And apparently, so this main detective, I think she's a detective anyway, I don't really know, she travels back in time and discovers this group, this sinister group called the Collectors. And in order to become a member of this group, each member must first kill a woman. So yeah, it all sounds completely different to anything I have ever read before, and I cannot bloody wait. Next up, we have got 20 Years Later by Charlie Donnelly. This is another one that's about cold cases, so I feel like we've got a bit of a running theme going on here. It is supposed to be about how DNA from a tiny fragment of bone has allowed scientists to identify the first 9/11 victim in years or something like that. I actually found this blurb really hard to get my head around, but basically then it's about a woman called Victoria who was accused of the brutal killing of her lover and begged her sister in her final call from the North Tower to clear her name. And I'm guessing that this DNA kind of throws a spanner in the works. That's what I'm getting from it anyway. It's on my TBR for a reason, but yeah, I found the blurb a little bit confusing. Apparently, the ending to this one is absolutely outstanding. It's supposed to be a sinister story full of twists. So yeah, I'm just going to ignore the blurb and go in blind and hope I have a good time. Next up, we have got No One Saw a Thing by Andrea Mara. So this is another Andrea Mara that's on my TBR. I'm sure she was in my last video. Still not read any of her books yet. This one has been on my TBR for well over a year. And again, I don't know why I haven't read it because it sounds so good. So it follows the story of two young girls who run ahead of their mother to get on the train that they're going to catch. And the train pulls off without the mother because the mother doesn't get on in time. So you can just imagine the mother's panicking, running towards this train, the doors close, and the train moves off with her two girls inside. Once she gets to the other side, only one of the girls gets off and there's no sign of the other one. This is supposed to be full of panic and suspense. It all sounds very stressful, to be honest, especially as a mother myself. And it just sounds like all the things we love in a thriller book. So yeah. Next up, we've got Notes on an Execution by Dania Kukafka. I think that's how you say it. This is another one that has been on my TBR for over a year. It's literally there. Right there, look. It's quite a short book. This is another one that sounds right up my street, to be honest. So it's supposed to be about a man that's on death row and his execution is planned for 12 hours time. But this isn't written to be about him. It's written to be about the people he leaves behind. You kind of get an insight into his life through them. It's all about nature versus nurture. And I actually really like the idea that they haven't made the book about the criminal, the one that's on death row, and they've made it about the other side of the story. It's supposed to be really thought-provoking, and yeah, I've seen so many good reviews on it. It's another one I don't know why I haven't picked up yet. Next up, we have got The Silent House by Nell Patterson. Now this one, I don't think I've ever seen anybody talking about this book, and it sounds incredible. So the tagline says something like, if somebody was in your house, you would know, wouldn't you? But in the Hunter family home, the whole family is deaf. So something awful happens in the middle of the night and none of them hears anything of what happened. But the police are convinced the hunters are hiding something. I tell you what I love about this book already is that when I was looking into it, I think it came up as a suggested book on Amazon. Oh, this was last year. It's at the bottom of my shelf. I've had it, yeah, literally over a year. And the author herself started losing her hearing in her 20s. And she wanted to make sure that deaf people were represented in fiction. And I absolutely love that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one. Next up, we have got The Photo Album by Brian O'Sullivan. This is another one that's on Kindle Unlimited. So this follows the story of Bobby, who has a photo album that belonged to his mother, who was murdered 20 years ago. And he's convinced this photo album holds the key to solving this murder. He starts his own investigation, he sets up a website, and the killer himself actually messages Bobby through the website. It is supposed to be split POV between Bobby and the killer. And one thing you'll find out about me is I absolutely love a book or a mystery where there are like objects, so like photo albums, diaries, anything usually like shoved in the walls or hidden under the floorboards. I love anything like that. So yeah, this sounds really good. Next up, we have got The Quiet Tenant by Clémence Michalon. I think that's how you say it. The name is French. So this is 320 pages, so it's a fairly short read, and it is about a man called Aidan who is a hard-working family man on the outside, and on the inside, behind closed doors, he's a kidnapper and a serial killer. He has already murdered 8 women, and his 9th victim is currently locked up in his shed in the garden. But Aidan needs to move house because his wife has just died, and he's going to have to take the victim with him. This is supposed to be a slow burn thriller that really gets under your skin about the fight for survival. And I can imagine that it is going to give me like proper claustrophobic vibes. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Next up, we have got The Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson. The tagline on this says something like, you should never talk to strangers. Honestly, I have seen this book. This was doing the rounds last year. I saw it everywhere. And I think that's probably why I put it off. Because once a book starts getting really popular, I either get FOMO and want to read it straight away, or it puts me off and I wait for the hype to die down a bit. So after a delayed flight and one too many drinks, Ted confesses his sins to a complete stranger called Lily and tells her all about his wife's infidelity and how he wants her dead, basically. And without even batting an eyelid, Lily offers to do just that. This one is supposed to be dark and clever and super twisty. And I don't know, it sounds a little bit different because it's set in the airport. Like that's where, yeah, it all takes place. So yeah. Next up, we've got The 20 by Sam Holland. This one has got a 4.5-star rating on Amazon, and it is the sequel to The Echo Man, which I read last year and absolutely bloody loved. The Echo Man is really dark and really graphic, which I actually quite like in a thriller book. I quite like it when authors don't shy away from the dark side in a thriller book. So I'm hoping that this one is going to kind of follow in that footsteps, because this is another serial killer thriller. This one is about 5 murder victims who all have numbers above their heads or something like that, which reveals that the killer is counting down. And yeah, it just sounds like it's going to be a race against time. Sounds very stressful. Who's going to die next? Apparently the truth lies in an old cold case. We've got another cold case. I mean, my heart's racing already just thinking about it, especially after how much I love The Echo Man. I literally inhaled that book. So I actually think this may be a series of 4. I think the 4th book has just been released, you know. The 3rd book is The Puppet Master. I can't remember what the 4th one is. I'll put an overlay up. Yeah, so I'm hoping that I love this one, because then I've got another 2 books to look forward to. Next up, we have got Insomnia by Sarah Pinborough. This is supposed to be a gripping crime thriller. I actually spoke about Sarah Pinborough in one of my other videos. I can't remember which one it was. It may have been my summer TBR video, because I haven't actually read her book called Behind Her Eyes, but I watched the Netflix series that was adapted from the book, and oh my god, the twist at the end of that series literally blew my mind. So I'm hoping that this one is going to knock my socks off as well. So it follows the story of Emma. On the outside, she has the perfect life, but something is keeping her awake at night. She's waking up at 1 a.m. every night, and yeah, it's all about what's scratching at her sanity. Apparently, her secrets are supposed to be the stuff of nightmares. Ruth Ware, the author Ruth Ware, has actually blurbed this, saying it is a mind-twisting, genre-bending roller coaster. So can't bloody wait. Right, we got 5 books left. Next up, we've got Message Deleted by K.L. Slater. I actually think K.L. Slater is really underrated. I have read quite a few of her books, and I've really enjoyed all of them. She is kind of like the queen of domestic thrillers, I would say. So this is how long I've had this book on my TBR. I've actually got the bloody hardback version. And it is basically about a woman who gets a text message from one of her best friends, and all the text message says is, can't speak, don't text or call, please just come. So it's kind of like a plea for help. And she rushes to her best friend's house. Her friend opens the door and she's like, what are you on about? Like, I didn't even send that message. The message has disappeared. Her friend appears absolutely fine. But then 6 hours later, her friend goes missing, and she is the last one to have seen her alive. So that concept alone, I just absolutely love the idea of it. I just love it when the main character starts doubting, like, what they've, you know, like, did she actually send the message? Like, why is it no longer there? I just love it. Love anything like that. So I have really high hopes for this one. Next up, we have got Speak of the Devil by Rose Wilding. So this is just over 300 pages, so it's a fairly short read, and it follows the story of 7 women who are stood in a room in a really seedy hotel in absolute shock, because in the middle of this room is the severed head of a man. All of these women have very good reasons for doing it, but who is the actual culprit? This is supposed to be a feminist thriller filled with heart and evil. And honestly, after going through this list, I am so mad at myself that all of these books have literally just been rotting, either on my shelf or on my Kindle. Like, it's a crime in itself. Next up, we have got The Arrangement by Kirsten Maudglin. This is another one that's on Kindle Unlimited. This is book 1 of 3. It has got the most incredible reviews. I think it's actually quite short as well. I'm sure it's less than 250 pages, you know. So it follows a couple who have decided to live in an open marriage. And the 2 rules of their open marriage are, they must see or date a different person each week, and they are never allowed to discuss what actually happens on these dates. I mean, it all sounds like too much effort to me, to be honest, but sounds toxic as well, and I bloody love reading about toxic relationships. Apparently, the rules of this open marriage are broken. It's full of deception and lies. I mean, it's always full of deception and lies, isn't it? Full of twists, full of temptation. So, yeah, I can't wait. Honestly, the reviews for this book have literally, been so good. Everywhere I've seen, everybody's loved it. Next up, we have got No Exit by Taylor Adams. This is another one that's on Kindle Unlimited, and this is another one that is, I think this is under 300 pages, so it's another fairly short read. This one sounds like it's going to give me anxiety. It is about a young girl that is trapped inside a stranger's parked car, and this woman is trying to help the girl, but there's no phone reception. Like, the car is locked. She doesn't know which of the travelers to trust, because obviously one of them is responsible for the girl being locked in the car. It's supposed to be like an edge of your seat, race against time kind of vibe. And honestly, I have already got anxiety just thinking about it. It's also supposed to be violent and gory, so say less. And last but not least, we have got The Wrong Child by MJ Arledge and Julia Crouch. I always wonder how it works when there's 2 authors' names on the book. Like, how do you decide who writes what? This one actually has a 4.5-star rating, and at the time of me recording this video, it is £3 on Amazon. So yeah, bloody bargain. So this one is about a 3-month-old baby called Max who is abducted, and his parents are literally facing their worst nightmare. And then in a nearby caravan park, a mysterious new baby arrives into a family, and the daughter of this family knows something isn't right. So I think it's about this daughter questioning where this baby has come from, and will the family be able to keep their secret? Will the daughter break her silence? It's supposed to have a dual POV of both mothers. So yeah, do you know what? I've not read any of MJ Arledge's books yet. And again, I have got so many by this author on my shelf and on my Kindle. And yeah, I just need to start reading them, you know? So yeah, those are 30 more books on my TBR that I absolutely cannot wait to read. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of these books, if you think I need to prioritize any of them, if you think I should bin some of them off. Let me know your thoughts, because I'm always interested. Like, I haven't read any of these, so obviously I can't give my opinions on them. I really hope you found this video useful, and I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did enjoy watching it, then please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps push my content out. As a fairly new channel, I can't say a brand new channel anymore because it's over a month old, but it really does help your engagement, and yeah, it just helps. It's a little boost as well, isn't it? Also, let me know in the comments if you have got any other video suggestions for me, because I'm just in the middle now of putting together a list of more videos that I want to film. So any feedback on that would be fantastic, because obviously you're the ones that have got to watch it. And yeah, I'll leave it there for now, and I will catch you all next time.